Come out, come out. We alive? Oh, we alive, we alive. And we say welcome to those persons who are joining us live, joining us on the Facebook pages. You're going to be hearing from some of the candidates tonight. I want to hear from Malika Ramsey tonight as well. Yes, putting you on the spot tonight. Welcome, welcome, Region 2. Welcome, welcome. Port Guyana is here. My name is Randolph Critchlow. And I'll be chairing the program tonight. Just taking you through the paces. Now, earlier we were live, folks. We were live. And we made the point. We made the point of talking about our political system in this country. And the fact that we have been saddled with a two-party system. We've been saddled with a two-party system for many years. A winner-takes-all system. And that's one of the tenets of Port Guyana movement, is that we're going to do away with a winner-takes-all system. We had a situation in this country for many years where you can get 51% of the votes or 51% of the seats in parliament, and you control 100% of the power. It means that you don't have to consult. You don't have to worry what the opposition is saying. The opposition could represent 49% of the population, and they have to sit in parliament for 5 years without any power. That can only happen if you have a two-party system. What we are saying to you folks is that it's time for us to change that. It is time for us to move away from the winner-takes-all politics. It is time for us to have proper representation in parliament, where the party that is in power has to come. They have the executive branch, yes. Whoever it is, and we're saying this year very clearly, and it doesn't matter if Port Guyana movement wins this election, we will be a minority government, just because of the number of parties, and this is the evolution of our political landscape. And so we're encouraging you as citizens, don't just be subjects, don't sit down at home and say, man, it doesn't matter who wins, we still gotta work. Do not do that. Your vote is your voice. And so we're talking about the political system where we have a winner-take-all system. And when you have multiple parties vying for seats in parliament, like we have this year, it means that whoever wins, they have to go to the parliament. They have to take their budget, their laws, their amendments, whatever it is, and say, do you agree with this? They have to debate it. And if the budget isn't a liking of the opposition parties can say, hey, go put some more for the public servants, put some more there for the teachers. And that is the important thing, folks. That we must move away from this two-party system in this country. And we are standing strong. And we're standing firm behind our presidential candidate, Amanza Walton Desir, a woman of integrity. We're standing firm behind our prime ministerial candidate, Apostle Nigel London, a man of integrity. Two people that can move this country forward with real change. And so September 1st, folks, I'm not going to be talking long. I just want to encourage you that when you get into that voting booth, that you vote for real change. You're just looking for the wheel, you know. We're putting our shoulders to the wheel this year, because we want real change in this country. We don't want exchange. We don't want a two-party system. We want a system that represents you, the people. And so, as I said, I'll just be cheering, so you'll be hearing my voice throughout the night. You'll be hearing my voice throughout the night. And I'm going to call a young lady, not from this region, but she's one of our national candidates. No stranger to you. No stranger to the television. No stranger to the microphone. And she's going to tell you why she chose Forward Guyana Movement. What did she see in this new movement? What did she see? So I'm going to call to the microphone my friend, your friend, Malika Natasha Ramsey. Y'all make some noise for Natasha. Make some noise.
Alright. Good night. Y'all know this man put me on the spot, right?
Aye.
That's the things he does do. But that's what we do in Forward Guyana movement, especially when we know our people are capable of speaking to the Guyanese people and telling them what Forward Guyana movement is about. So tonight, I'm not going to be long. We're here in Emancipation Square, in Queenstown, Essequibo. Tonight I want to start off with gratitude. I want to thank Amanda Watson this year for being the founder of Forward Guyana movement. I want to thank her for also being the presidential candidate of Forward Guyana movement. I want to thank Apostle Nigel London for being the prime ministerial candidate for Forward Guyana movement. And I want to thank all our candidates for coming on board with Forward Guyana movement. Of course, these candidates come from all of the regions that we're contesting in. So we want to thank all of them for coming on board. It shows us that Forward Guyana movement is a new movement, but a strong movement. We're powerful. The song is playing. So it's just for me to reiterate that Forward Guyana movement indeed is a people power force. So that's the beginning of what I want to say tonight. Gratitude. And the reason I really want to thank our presidential candidates and prime ministerial candidates is because they are wonderful examples as human beings, wonderful examples to our people. We are so proud to have as our presidential candidate one of the women who's running. We know we have another woman, but we're very proud of Amanda Walton this year. This is a woman who is a good example to our girls. We don't have people in Forward Guyana movement that, and I always have to go back to this. It's been some amount of years, but I like to remind people that if you vote for what is currently in office, if you put them back what you're putting back in office, you're putting back men who like to talk about slapping and stripping women. They're all from the same, they're cut from the same cloth. They're not going to change. They're not going to change their ways. You're talking about men who go into the hinterland communities and prey on our girls in the hinterland communities. Young people in the hinterland communities tell us that. And then when they finish preying on them and they get the young women in trouble, they intimidate them and cause them to rescind or retract their statement. It's basically rape. It is rape. That is what it is. We don't have that people with that type of character in Forward Guyana movement. So I am proud of the team that we have. We have in our prime ministerial candidate a man who walks with his son. I like to tell people, Nigel London walks with grace. He walks with a light. Again, he walks with his son. He's raising a boy, he's raising a man. Perfect examples for our young people coming up in Guyana. These are the people we want in office. Not the people where every now and again you got to tune into Melly Mel page to see what scandal Melly Mel revealing next. And oftentimes it is true. The majority of what she says, it is true. I hold no brief for Melly Mel. But to quote our prime ministerial candidate, this is a courageous young woman who keeps putting it out there. And it is a reminder of why you cannot vote for the People's Progressive Party Civic again. We cannot put them back in office. We don't want them in office. And even if by some slim, twisted, horrible state of events, they end up back in office, we want them to be a minority government. Because Ashley Singh had the gall to stand on a political platform to tell people he wants to completely destroy the opposition. You know, we said it earlier in our life. These people don't want to be accountable. They don't want to have to come to the parliament or come anywhere and answer to us. And we want them to answer to us, because at the end of the day, the things that people say, oh, they're spending on their building roads, is me money, is you money, is all of we money. Because we pay taxes, we were born here. It is our money. So they have to be accountable. Regardless of what happens, whoever is in government, whoever takes office on Monday, after Monday, September 1, hopefully it's Forward Guyana, you have to be accountable to the people. So we here preaching one thing, and then we're gonna do something else. Again, a reminder, Forward Guyana Movement is the only credible option in this race, leading up to the Monday, 1st September 2025 general elections. The other thing is, I want to touch on a bit, like I said, I don't want to be too long because I want to give the folks of this region an opportunity to talk to you about their region, to talk to you about what's happening in their region, what they know that Forward Guyana Movement will bring, and to remind the people of Essequibo why they must vote Forward Guyana Movement on Monday, September 1. I want to talk a bit about cost of living, and I'm going to link it to poverty. Now, we have these officials who brag and boast, oh, we're the what's it, Randy? We're the fastest growing economy in the world. Now, take a walk around, take a look around. Who would look at anybody just walk in the market and decide that it's the fastest growing economy in the world? How are we benefiting from the fastest growing economy in the world? Every month, some people do grocery shopping every week, some do it every month. And I can tell you, the people who do it every month see the alarming jump in prices more than the people who do it every week. Because every month you go, it's an extra 5. It's not even extra 5,000 more, it's extra 10,000. And then they both, oh, we giving, what the bald head one name? Jackie, he come to say, oh, how we're not getting any more, what's it, Mr. London, cash grants? We ain't getting no more until after, like, who's he? You know, he decide when and how he giving it, as though when he giving it, to quote his president, generational wealth. How? Somebody explain that to me. That ain't doing anything because, again, you don't want to be accountable and you're not holding your entities accountable because every time you come and you come like Santa and you share out the money, what happens at the market, the supermarkets, the stores? The cost for items keep increasing and there's nobody who's saying, all right, price control, consumer rights. Who's looking into those things? So you get to jump up and brag and boast, you're the fastest growing economy in the world. We got access to oil money, but we, the people, we don't have the access to the oil money. You have the access to the oil money, and based on all the revelations, you thief in the oil money. It ain't filtering down to the people. What are you doing? You're building roads? I don't believe that you're using the oil money to build roads because you can't boast about the roads because you build it today and when the rain falls too heavy for a week or two, the road gone. So, you're making no sense. Again, all the reasons that you should come Monday, September 1st, vote for Forward Guyana Movement. As I said, I wouldn't be long tonight, and my excuse for not being long as well is that Randy put me on the spot. So, I'm going to give the candidates of Region 2 an opportunity to come and speak to you because, of course, we're in their region. And I'll now hand it back over to Randy. Remember, on Monday, 1st September 2025, vote Forward Guyana Movement. FGM is going to be on the ballot with the wheel. Vote FGM because real change can't wait.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, my mouth a little bigger than Malika. But thank you very much, Malika. Yes, yes, I know. We were hearing you. We were hearing you. Queenstown, as I tell you, we are talking about change. And we can't talk about change without looking back a little bit. And every time I speak to people, I ask them to compare the quality of life. Compare your quality of life from 2020 to now. The PPP government is the first government to spend oil money in this country. You know there's a saying, to whom much is given, much is required. So, you can't come with $1 trillion budgets and people are still hungry. You can't come with $1 trillion budgets and people can't afford to buy a car. They can't afford to pay for land. They can't afford to send their children to school with a proper meal. You can add up all the budgets from 2015 to 2020 and it still wouldn't come close to the amount of money that this government has spent since 2022. We've had 3 years of them spending oil money. Right now we are taking out over 900,000 barrels of oil a day. And if you can say to me, Queenstown, that your life is better, that you are feeling the impact, the real impact of that oil money that we are getting, then you know, you can go ahead. But I'm telling you, look around your community. In 2020, we heard a lot of promises. We heard about 50,000 jobs. We heard about lowering cost of living. What is happening now? What we are seeing is friends, family, and favorites getting contracts. Brick and mortar, forgetting the people. And so we're saying to you, Queenstown, it is time for change. It is time to put people in power, people with integrity, and people who are looking out for you. And that's the message we're bringing here this evening. I want to call an apostle to the microphone. Not Apostle Nigel London. We're going to call Apostle Joshua Bissoon to the microphone. And I'm doing this every single time I introduce a speaker. And let him tell you why you should vote for change come September 1st. Put your hands together for Apostle.
Good night, folks. I am happy. I am delighted to be with you, lovely people, on the Essequibo coast in Region 2. It's my first time in this region. And if it was not PPP, I would have never be here. Because I was never thinking of coming into this region. But I must thank PPP for allowing me this opportunity to be here, because if there was the corruptness, if there was not the wickedness, I would not have been on this campaign trail. I would have continued be the apostle and be the businessman that I am. I am from the way of Region 6, a place called Corriverton, a land of plenty, and border to the tongue to Suriname. Where I live, at the veranda, you watch over and see Suriname. But I can tell you that looking our country over the years and see what had happened, we are held bound for 60 long years, go round in circle by two political parties, the PPP and the PNC. If I could recall in the 50s, well, I born early in the 60s, in the British time, colonial days. If I could remember in the 50s, I was told that when Burnham and Jagan, our two founder leaders of PPP and PNC, when they formed PPP, they had one common goal, is to bridge the Guyanese, Indians, and Africans into one. And they have failed. They did their part, but they have failed to bridge us to the extent where we become one. And over the years after they have left, we have seen, because of the failure, what happened to us in this country. Because racism has spread. Division, where we're supposed to be bridged to become one, division has taken hold. And these two political parties vie and run our countries And they strive on racism. They strive because they feel by preaching race, they remain as a political party. And I can guarantee you, if they have bridged us over the years, they could not have done what they have doing to us over the years. I can guarantee you that. They would not have been able to do it. And there are two main reasons why I joined the Forward Guyana movement. And I have to tell you, one, the presidential candidate and the prime minister candidate, nobody, absolutely nobody could point fingers to them and say they are corrupt. None. Absolutely none. I know my brother, fellow Apostle Nigel London. He visits me regularly. I visit him. And in Corriverton is his second home. So I see him regularly. And sometimes we hug, we rub shoulders. Even last weekend, we had an apostolic conference up in Corriverton. He was there. And I was the host. Yes, none, absolutely none could point fingers to them and say they are corrupt. They can't find. If you could point a single finger, I drop this phone and run back to Corriverton. Absolutely none. So sure I am. So trustful are these two people. But all the rest, we could find some form of corruption or some form of wickedness in them and lying in them. And secondly, why I joined this movement, corruption. Everywhere you turn to the length and breadth of Guyana, you see corruption. Some folks, they only do business for 2 years, 5 years, or have contract for 2 years, 5 years, and they have mansion. They have mansion. They have big buildings. Me, who have my family working hard for years, is struggling to build a 3-story building. Even the bank which I go for loan, I'm struggling. And they come from nowhere, doing little contracts, and has huge building. Have plenty money in banks. Now, all that speak and the alleged corruption that is happening in our country, it is shocking. Every day in the news, something or something. Now, you can't tell me that you are not corrupt with all the people who attack. All the people lie and you are the only one talking truth. Is only PPP talking truth and everybody are liars? Eh? Is only PPP talking truth? So everybody, Melly Mel, Richard Brooke, you can name them. Is them lying? And PPP speaking truth? Man, something wrong. And then we see it in front of our very eyes. And I am here to warn the people. We have a purple contract which we signed to binding to the people, the citizens of Guyana, where you will hold us accountable when we get in office. You are entitled. We're going to bring forth constitutional changes. We're going to make sure that the wealth reach to the people. We're going to make sure you are living in a healthy, wealthy life. For too long, we people in Guyana been talk about the richest, fastest growing country in the world. We are taught that now at the moment we are producing 900,000 barrel oil a day. And we only have 750,000 population. So that is over 1 barrel oil a day. That is over 10 million US dollars this country is getting daily on oil. How much you get? How much do you get?
Not a cent.
A few hundred. It is an embarrassment to give somebody 100,000 in an oil-rich country. Real embarrassment. It's like I have 100,000 and a beggar come and I give you $10.
Yes, stock.
It's like that. And some of us are so jubilant that they get 100,000 and while they're gone with billions. It is not right. This oil money is not one political party or one set of people money. It's every Guyanese. And they are in government to make sure that every Guyanese enjoy the wealth. Not street that what is narrow 2 vehicles can pass and then 2 morning it broke up.
Yes.
All over going the country. I could recall in the quarantine I went to bury a dead. And when I come out the burial ground, I make way in the bus to give somebody a pass. And because of the concrete so narrow, I fasten at the edge. I pave way, being a kind-hearted person left. If the guys them in the village, which is a rice community, if they not had tractor, me would have left right there. People had to come and tractor to pull me up. So narrow they make these streets, some of these streets. Some main roads, they make them narrow. How in the world we have engineers and contractors and advisors advising people and contractors to make roads so narrow? When they know that Guyana is full with vehicles and you need space for 2 vehicles for pass. How in the world we have all this oil wealth and all this money, people are struggling to get a piece of land to build. And the amount of money they charge us to get a piece of land to build a house. Lands, Guyana is full of land. Every citizen of this nation should be given a free plot of land and not like 40 by 80. 40 by 80 is too small. Because if you build a house and a 40 by 80 and then after years you decide to extend and everybody extend and we know we not got fire service. And if a fire hit, you know what happened? All the years of toil and hard work, and then you could be a person in your 50s, in your 60s, and you watch your building go down in fire. And you wanted to know where you're going to lay your head. It is a sad reality. We need to be given lands that is huge. I could recall in my parents' days, in Booker Tate time, when Booker Tate was running the estates in the Sugar Belt, they used to give my parents 60 by 100. And that is reasonable. But that is, we should get more than that. We should get 100 by 200. And even more because we got plenty lands. And don't tell me that when they run water, me got pay for water. What guy GWI earning a profit off of it? When they run electricity, I have to pay for what they run the post. GPL is earning a profit off of it. Don't tell me that I have to pay for streets that you build. It is the onus of the government because it's the people money building it. So they should have done it free for us. And even subsidized for us so that we own our own homes. And we, the Forward Guyana movement, we have in our purple contract that we're going to make life easy for you. Bring down taxes as low as possible so that you have more purchasing power with the money that you earn. We also will bring down taxes so that everybody, every Guyanese from the length to the breadth of Guyana can own their own vehicles and not 8-year and 10-year vehicle. And that vehicle that when you take it out from the dealer and when you drive it, they go up, change parts, new brand vehicle at a 35% rate. At the purchasing price. So you could own a new brand vehicle. If you want to buy a Lamborghini, you want to buy a Rolls Royce, 35%. What you want to buy. And before I hand over this mic, I want to warn you. While we go around for 60 years in circles, we have seen Venezuela, neighboring to Essequibo here. Years ago, they were the 6th richest country in the world. The 6th richest country in the world. And the richest country in South America. We could recall that people used to go Essequibo, bring plastics and bring, some people go there to make living better when Guyana was struggling. And today, because of poor governance and corruption, look at how devastated Venezuela are. Look at how my sister went over there, work her entire life, build a house, and had to left it and run, come back to Guyana. Leave everything, she whole youth, because of corruption and poor governance. Ghana, in Africa, was once the fastest growing country in the world, just like Guyana. Now, they have found black gold oil, just like Guyana. And again, because of poor governance and corruption, today, over half of the population in Ghana is living under poverty. Why I'm telling you this? Because if we continue to vote race and we continue to endorse PPP and PNC, we could become the next Ghana next 20 years ago. 20 years from now. We could become the next Venezuela 20 years from now. So I'm asking you, for your children's sake, for your grandchildren's sake, make sure when you go to the poll on the 1st of September, go with one thing in your mind. At the wheel, Forward Guyana Movement, put the X there. Because that is the only party. Forward Guyana Movement is the only party without any baggage can take this country forward. And I guarantee you, you can hold us accountable. I can guarantee you that we will make you wealthy. I can guarantee you that we, the people in Forward Guyana Movement, are a bunch of people who have you at heart. Thank you.
We're moving forward, never backwards. We're moving forward, never backwards. Guyana is moving forward, never backwards. We're moving forward, never backwards. Yeah, we're moving
forward. Y'all don't want to see me dance. That's not why you're out here this afternoon. You're not out here to see me dance, but you're here to listen to the message of change. Here to listen to why you should vote Forward Guyana Movement on September 1st. You know, if it's not for you, but for the next generation, for the young people of Region 2, for the young people. And so as we move on quickly with our just quick meeting this evening, I want to welcome a young lady from your region. She's going to be telling you, like I've been saying, going to be telling you why she chose Forward Guyana Movement and why you should vote Forward Guyana Movement come September 1st. I'll put your hands together for her, please. Welcome her, welcome her.
Hi, good night. My name is Sabina Glenn. And
Volume.
yes, so To answer the question why I joined Forward Guyana movement is because I didn't see a credible option. Right? I look at the options and I say, nothing for me. Until one day I saw on Facebook, on the news, that said that Amanda Walton has left APNU. And before I even know that she formed a movement, I wrote on my status, we should form a Amanda Walton Desire movement. Because I thought that looking at her, you can tell that she's competent compared to the other politicians.
Yes! Right!
So I think that Guyanese, as young people who are thinking critically, we needed an option.
Yeah, a credible option.
Yes. And so my plan was to support in the background because I'm no politician. But as a human being, we want certain things.
Right.
And one of those things that basic needs is freedom.
Yes.
Right? And if you think about how it is now, we know that we don't have that.
Right.
And so in order to safeguard my job and so on, I wanted to support in the background.
Aye.
But then I thought and I said, and that's what everybody else was saying. I would support in the background, but I won't come forward because I have loans at the bank, I have a job, I have my family to support. And I said to myself, if all of us said the same thing, what will happen? And so I made this bold move and I said, let me join Forward Guyana movement, because if not me, who?
Who? Yes.
Right? And for that reason, I'm here. And I'm looking at the plans, right? Because when you listen to other politicians, all you take away is what they're saying about each other.
Yes.
Right? And they're not telling us what
your
they're
plan?
going to do for us.
Yes, it's true.
And also, as human beings, as people who are thinking critically, you know, some of the things they're telling us, they're not true. Right? Because if you can see and you can reason, you know, and you can tell when people are being authentic.
Yes.
Right? And for that reason, my choice is Forward Guyana. And another thing, and I'm so happy that I joined the Forward Guyana movement because it gave me an opportunity to walk around in villages and speak to people. And when you walk around, you notice that this fastest growing economy that they're talking about, right? It's not true because yesterday I was in Charity, and when we walk around, you could see people living in poverty. Right? And so even though the main roads and so on, they look good, like people are genuinely suffering. And so with that being said, that's why I'm here. I'm here to add to however I can add to this movement, because I feel that if we don't do something, and if we left this for another 5 years, knowing what we know, there's no, if it's difficult now to, if you say something, you're being sidelined and so on,
Victimized.
what will happen in 5 years, right? And we all, if you just allow one voice and you shut down all the rest of voice who oppose you, like where are we headed? We're not making use of good minds that can help to develop the country, right? And those people, and we're then forced to leave. All I would say is that I don't need to tell you this, right? These are things you know. Right?
Right.
But we don't speak about it. Why? Because we're afraid. But I will tell you that corruption is a cancer to every society. And it only solves those people that are close to the government or those who can pay. Right? And our country suffers because we're not able to make use of the brilliant minds that I know we are as Guyanese.
Right.
And so, for that reason, I said, like, be bold, be strong, be courageous. And come September 1st, let's make our votes count and vote Forward Guyana movement. Thank you.
Yes, all right. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Where's my music though? Where's my music?
Where every child succeeds. I am ready to move forward. I am ready to take my place. I am ready to lift my country with purpose, pride, and grace. Let's move forward, Guyana. Side by side, me and you. The future starts today, and we're ready to break through.
Yes, we're ready to break through. Region number 2, Queenstown, Emancipation Square. And I want y'all to give another big hand to Sabina. And what she spoke about is so true. We have a culture of fear in this country, perpetuated by the PPP government. You must fear them, so you mustn't speak out. And so she made a very, very important point. That the young professionals, the young people with fresh, bold, new ideas, the smart young people, they are afraid to get into politics because we have engendered this sense of fear. If you support another party, you can't eat.
No, you can't.
We ensure you don't get any contracts. We ensure that we frustrate the business that you are in. And so a lot of smart minds, a lot of intelligent young people who this country can benefit from, they decide that they stay away from politics. The problem with that, folks, is that when you allow people to make decisions for you and you don't have a say, you really can't row about it. That is the reality. And so on September 1st, folks, we're telling you, we're imploring you, ensure you vote for something different. Ensure you vote for Forward Guyana movement and put your shoulders and put that X next to the wheel. Now I want to call to the microphone a young man. You know, I see you writing, all kind of thing, you know. Right. We're going to call a young man before we call our prime ministerial candidate. Right. It's you be calling, you know. All right. He's taking a chair for someone. He's been a good child.
Yeah, we have gentlemen in this party.
Gentlemen, that's it. I love it.
Yes.
I call to you a young man who's very enthusiastic, full of passion, full of zeal. Right? I know he's in Region 2 right now. He's going to claim that he's from Region 2 as well. Put your hands together for Martha Semper.
Essequibo!
Yes!
How are you? I'll make some nice, man. Essequibo! Good evening, everyone. And tonight, I want to base my presentation on a serious issue that we face in our country.
Speak up, speak up.
I want to base my presentation that's something our country is going through. A big challenge today, a few years ago, and it's still going on. I want to speak to corruption.
Yes, talk about it.
I want to speak about the injustice.
Yes.
I want to speak about the abuse.
Yes, that too.
So tonight,
Nice
I'm going
thing.
to touch on a few things tonight that people bums gonna raise.
Oh.
All right? So, you know, they talk about the big hotels. They talk about the fancy roads. They talk about all the money that the country is getting. But one thing they're not talking about, how are we going to protect those assets? How are we going to keep the big hotels safe? How are we going to keep our people safe in the country? And you know, they have a popular story right now on social media with the recording from Belly Mill. And you see like 3 different players. You get one from the win not team. You get another player from the corruption team. And then you get people on the side, we're afraid to call people names. Speaking about when leopard change their skin. In Fort Guyana, we don't go wrong this thing. We start it straight. Because we have a prime ministerial candidate who is ready to do what is right for this country. We have a presidential candidate who is ready to take Guyana to the next level. So we ain't gonna go wrong the thing. We're gonna talk the things. Alright? And do the things and fix the things for the people. So when I look at this scandal and I sit down and analyze it, I say, if someone has been sanctioned a couple years ago, many years ago, with so much of rules and regulation, this country had laws that can deal with that person, why we didn't deal with that person since then?
Right. Nice.
You know, why we didn't deal with the person since then? Now, but we got to look at it the other way too. This person and the corrupt people them was best friend.
Yes. Stop.
They was in one house.
Talk.
They was together.
Talk.
They was in a marriage, you could say.
Yes, talk the things.
Now the wedding break up.
Yeah.
You know, the wedding break up.
And yeah.
And they want, we know, after both of them, and I can recall, I hear something on the social media when one recording stated that, oh, these people, them back then on the other side, I couldn't do no business under them, I couldn't do that. But this was the same people was oppressors in 2020.
Yes.
This was the same team that had us down in 2020. So, to come now, the people from the way not, to ask the same people you oppress for your vote, it's ridiculous.
Very much so.
It's shameful.
Yes.
But you know what? We Guyanese, we get a shallow, you know, we tend to forget.
Get quick. Yes.
We tend to forget things, you know. But we on the forward side here,
We forget.
we forget.
No.
And we going to enlighten with people that you must not forget. Right. If you forget where you come from, how are you going to know where you're going? So, this triangle thing going on with social media, I want to speak to it properly. Because people going around it. I hear on the other side now speaking about a leopard don't change skin. We ain't gonna go around and say a leopard don't change skin. If a man is sanctioned by the US citizens since last year, it should have dealt with the Guyana police force and SOCU properly since then. Right. Don't choose now to come and deal with it because you and your friend fall out and you're gonna talk some things that gonna put you in a position that the people you should have deal with it back then. And we ain't holding no grief for the same person either. You understand? We're not going to hold any grief for them. Because Guyana needs better. Guyana needs people that can trust. Guyana needs people who can run this country and they can be safe inside this country. Our children being raped, murdered, brutalized, women being abused. Are we not getting justice? You know, I'll come to the Adriana thing last. I want to speak to Adriana Young last because I'm a father of 2 girls. It put me back every time I hear about this Adriana situation. I want to speak to it last. I have something special to speak about that Adrian. But let me speak about the corruption. I want to deal with the corruption. And I want to speak to my fellow brothers and sisters in the discipline service.
Yes.
I want to speak directly to the discipline service.
Talk to them.
my brothers and sisters out there in the different military base on the borders, it is time for you guys to be safe and living the life that you should live like if you're at home out there, because you guys protect this country from any intruder. And you know what? It's a shameful thing to know that these men and women out there, 24 hours, give it their best, and only to find out in a recording that Venezuelan soldiers was over here doing business. How ridiculous is that? It's like betraying your own soldiers. How can you have that in the country? When I saw an article go around that on the same recording with Travis Chase showing that this is Venezuela's military personnel coming and do business, it's ridiculous and it's treasonous to know that Venezuelan soldiers are there doing gold business and we there in the border protecting. It's like sending our men and women out there to be caught up in some trap. When they think they're serving the country and doing the best, but the people at the top, the bigger players, have business going on and putting our men and women at risk. So in Forward Guyana movement, come September 2nd, I'm imploring to all our military men and women, do the right thing. It is time for you to be safe and be protected, because you protect the country, you protect the people, and it's time to you be treated in the right way. You know, I see people, some of the same men in uniform, message that they got bread, they don't have nothing to eat the bread, they don't have water. Well, I tell you, Forward Guyana movement is here for every man and woman in the joint service. There will be no shortage of bread, no shortage of water. Gone are the days when you're eating jam all week. I'm speaking directly to the military people. You're going to have your bake and arm just like if you are home. Because you're away from your family. And you should eat the good food because you protect this country. So I'm saying to my men in the Guyana Defense Force on the border location that normally text Melly Mill and say, you know what, Melly? We ain't get sugar, we ain't get water, we ain't get food. No. Forward Guyana have a plan for the border. We're going to protect the border. We're going to feed you nice. We're going to make sure you eat proper food. Not bread and milk tea and black tea. No. Why the soldiers have to wait on a special occasion to eat grapes and apple? They are human beings. I believe, and I will push for that in Forward Guyana movement, that our soldiers should have fresh vegetables, fruits every single day.
Yes, healthy.
They should eat every single day. You don't have to wait till when the boss come, number one come, then you get a table with fruits and grapes. And when number two come, you get a table with fruits and grapes. No, I believe our military men should have fruits and grapes every single day because they do a difficult job. They risk their life for the people in this country. Police and soldiers should be treated properly. I want to add something to that, but I will leave it for my Prime Minister candidate because I don't want to let out too much of things, because we got so much of things we want to do for the joint service, but I don't want to speak and let Prime Minister speak on that. Now, good night, officers. I'm speaking about you guys, taking care of you. So, Essequibo, you know, when I on this military joint service, I choose this topic tonight because I know they're going to the polls. And I don't want them to make the same mistake that they're making years and years and years and years. It is time. It is time that we take care of our military men, we take care of our police, the SC, the custom officers, everyone in the joint service, the fire. We need to take care of them and make sure that they are happy and taken care of just like if they are home with a family. We see people get injured in the line of duty. You know, they come home and they just receive a couple months payoff and that's it. No, with Forward Guyana movement, we have a package for those people if it do happen. And we have a package whereby, you know, as a former member in that field, I'm going to share a story with you. I can recall coming from a training course where we had to run some lengthy distance, hills, mountains, rivers, swim and everything. My blood was hot, so I could not feel anything. But when I get off in Georgetown of the bus, I could not walk. I was limping. So I said, but what I did, I said, you know what? I called my superior. I said, look, I can't walk. And I went to the public hospital to receive medical service. And I was there for a while, like 1 hour, 2 hours, and you know, this is what happened to me personally. I say no, but thank God that I had a private medical card, that I had to run to a private hospital, and when I get there, it only find out my knee was out. You know, so a private medical card, a system with a private medical system, Fort Guyana is looking to put in place to take care of our military personnel. They must not be in a line up waiting to get service or can't get service. That's one of the package we want to bring to our military personnel. They must be taken care of.
All right.
Let me speak now to the other part with this sanction thing and set the record straight. Right? As about to wrap up. Because we have our Prime Minister candidate about to come.
Yes.
And I want to set the record straight because I noticed when we was in New Amsterdam, we in Linden, we in Borbis, now we in Essequibo, that we hear that our dear presidential candidate is somewhere on the other side, somewhere. That's what the people tell us on the ground. But I want to make it politically clear that our presidential candidate is the presidential candidate for Fort Guyana movement, and she's no prime minister for no other party.
There you go.
So the people who are spreading the misinformation about our presidential candidate is prime minister for the Win Not party, she is not a prime minister candidate for no other party. We have our presidential candidate and we have our prime minister candidate here. So the misinformation on the ground that our presidential candidate is a prime minister candidate for another party, it's absolutely lie. It's a misinformation. So I want to put that straight and set the record straight. Amanza Walton Desir is the presidential candidate for Fort Guyana movement, and she ain't going anywhere.
Yes.
So let me come to this final topic that I plan to speak about tonight.
All right. Final.
Adriana Young. That situation still mingle with me every single day, you know? Because when I look at this incident on the day itself, and I saw persons on the ground that could have made a decision to order people in the building and get that child out.
Yes.
That did not happen. It's bothered me to know that we have to go for a sniffer dog for put in that building for look for a child. And we have people in the police service, people in the authority was right there and could not say, look, go in and sort this building and bring that child out. I'm going to touch on this some other place, some other time, because I want to clear it up. I touch on this tonight because I want to give you guys a hint. But I will deal with the other aspect of this situation, what I'm speaking about, at another stage. All right? So, Essequibo, thank you for coming out here tonight in your numbers. Thank you for coming supporting Fort Guyana movement. And it's a real change that can't wait. Thank you so much for coming, Essequibo. Thank you.
We're moving forward, never backwards. We're moving forward, never backwards. Guyana is moving forward, never backwards. We're moving forward,
Yes.
never backwards. Yeah, we're moving forward.
Y'all know me, we dance all night. All right, we're moving down, folks. We're moving forward. We're moving the program forward. Without any further ado, because I don't need to say anything in between now. The person I'm going to call to the microphone is well-versed. Well-versed. He can explain himself very well. He's an educator, an apostle, And our prime ministerial candidate, I want you all to make some noise for him. Apostle Nigel London. Yeah.
We're moving forward, never backwards. We're moving forward, never backwards. Guyana is moving forward, never backwards. We're moving forward.
Yes, forward Guyana movement. How are we moving?
Forward.
How are we moving?
Forward.
Thank you so much, Randy. And tonight, Queenstown and all you who watching via social media, I am certainly honored to be here in Essequibo. All right, this county means so much to Guyana and to Guyanese that it's a very important place for us to be, for us to stand this evening. I must also say to you that I'm grateful for the person who serves with me in Forward Guyana movement, in that of Amanza Walton Desir, our presidential candidate. Let's make some noise, let's raise our voices and be thankful for such a strong, courageous Guyanese woman. A mother indeed. We had the plans to be here together with you today. Of course, an emergency popped up in her family with her son. And I'm thankful that we understand already how a country should be run. And that is that we must do what we have to do to get things done. Hence, I'm here, and she's ensuring that her son is all right, but we are also here. And we expect that our presidential candidate will be with us here in Essequibo tomorrow, not very soon, very shortly. Tomorrow, all right? Because we understand that she has responsibilities. And we're people in Forward Guyana movement who want you to understand the value of your family and how important they are to you. It's important for us to get this. When you have people who understand the value of your children and how much family means to us, we'll protect family members. And I want to start by picking up where my brother Semple left off. We'll understand the value of people, the value of children. Hence, you will see us taking care of our family members, not abusing them, not abusing people's children. I came yesterday or this morning, and I heard a very disturbing story. And I don't cut around corners now. I read on social media that the young lady was gang raped in Essequibo. If you know who I am, and you know what I stand for, those who did it, go to the police before I find y'all. Because I don't play that game with people and with women. No man in this country must escape with abusing women. Why are you all so quiet?
All right.
Our women must be safe in this country.
Yes.
Our little girls must be safe.
Yes.
Because a culture has developed under the PPP, where people believe they could do what they want, they could rape you, do whatever they want to make a phone call. And if you could call some minister who's your cousin or some friend or some police friend, you could get off. That has to stop.
Yes.
That has to change.
Yes.
Our women must be safe. They mustn't have to give their bodies for some job. They must be safe. 10-day workers, what's a 10-day worker? You should work every day of the month if you want to. Because you have the will to do it. Nobody must hold your job over your head and threaten you because you talk. We will have to fix this issue with women being abused. And in Forward Guyana movement, we're the only political movement in this country, in the history of this country, to have 67% of our list as females. 67%. So out of every 100 people in Forward Guyana movement in reference to our candidates, 67 are females. Put your hands together. Ladies, I might as well make some noise for that. Because we value women. And with that in mind, we understand why our ladies, mothers, you have little children, you have to go to work. If you get up from work at 5 and school dismisses at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you have to wonder what happens to your child. You can't afford to pay some caregiver. Not all you can afford to do that. Forward Guyana movement is saying to you that should you elect us on the 1st of September, police officers, if you vote for us come next week, we are guaranteeing you in a contractual manner, that's a contract we signed with y'all, that every child in this country is entitled to free care after school. Free until your parent get off from work. Free after school programs. Sports will be included in that. If they're involved in science, robotics and stuff, they'll be involved in that from a young age. I have a son who likes to build things. Why can't we have him after school building robots and stuff in Guyana? It can happen. Don't tell me it can't happen. Make some noise because it can happen on the Forward Guyana movement. I'm here to tell Essequibo we believe in our children. No Guyanese child must be told you can't do that.
None.
What's wrong with their brain? If somebody in China could build a robot, why our children can't build one in Guyana? If they could make cars, why we can't make it? We can't do it because of bad leadership.
Yes, very bad.
So our children will have after-school care. No mother in this country must have to decide if she must buy diaper, what we call pamper for the children, or buy the milk. No. You must have a program in this country on the Forward Guyana movement where we will offer you that care for your children. Not if you favor us. Not if you like us. It's your right as a Guyanese. Yes. It's your right as a Guyanese mother. If you have a child and you can't take care of the child, the state must take care of our children. We have the will to do it. It's their money, it's our money, and we have the resources to get it done. Forward Guyana movement will cause Guyanese mothers to live with dignity. With dignity. You live with pride as a female. You can lift your head high and walk as a female. Because we believe that every Guyanese is entitled to a house. I don't care what job you have. Every Guyanese in this country must have a home. And you mustn't go to any bank and have to beg and cry and say, oh my God, please. And you have to call 50 different people to try to get some down payment. No. We're saying to you that in the free house that you will get, you'll only have to find 3% of the cost of the house. Say the house costs $10 million. For $300,000 you must have a house that you call your own, not a little shack. A house. We can make this happen, Guyana. So what will we have? We'll have what are called housing programs. So let's say that you're somebody who's a janitor in the school or janitress in the school, and you think you can't make it because the man could even listen to you right now in Guyana. What we will do in For Guyana movement is have a housing program where you sit before housing officers and they'll be able to help you to understand and to work out how can we get you into a house of your own. Every Guyanese must have a house of their own. It's your right to do so. And the house lot will always be free. We don't call people squatters. People are going to find land because they want somewhere to live. And we will have to provide you with that. And it must be in a developed area. Your roads must be properly built. And since we're on roads, and I'll talk to you about the care of the PPP in a minute. Because since we're dealing with this road situation, I have driven around Essequibo for quite a few times. And it bothers me every time I'm here, even right here beside y'all. Why are roads so narrow? Why? I'll tell you why. Because of something called corrupt practices. If you look at what the engineers and others have planned, and the planners, you may see a 20 feet wide road. But some of the politicians know that if you build it 20 feet wide, they can't get their payment. So them and the contractor have to get on the range. And the engineer that we can cut back the size of this road and put them on in our pocket. A contract building costs every asphalt road you on, asphaltic road must be 4 inches thick at least. You dig it to understand how thick it is.
1 inch.
They are corrupt.
Very, very corrupt.
The money goes somewhere. And let me tell you another secret, because I want to tell y'all. If you walk this road, every 3 miles you walk in Essequibo on this asphaltic surface here, it costs us in Guyana $116 million. More than any other country. Wow. Think about that. Think of how much money could come to you as a mother, to you as a father, to help you in your business. Where would the money go? I see them doing a road there by a corner somewhere up here this afternoon, putting asphalt on the road. That road will cost us for every 3 miles of it $116 million Guyana dollars more than another country who does it. Wow. And they can't account for that money. But we know where the money going. Because I got a call this morning, Randy to somebody is trying to find out in Essequibo who could build them a helipad. You know what's a helipad? Where you land a helicopter. 4 years ago he didn't have much money. But with all the contracts he got, he won't build a helicopter to land his helicopter because he won't buy one. That's how corrupt our country has become. Y'all look at me with a tone of voice. That's Guyana we talking about. How many of you standing here tonight can say you could buy a helicopter tomorrow? So we have a system in our country where one set of people, a few of them, are friends and they get together to enjoy our oil wealth, our gold, to evade taxes and to enjoy life. And if we don't want to go on their side, they punish us. Those days are coming to an end.
Yes.
1st September, it has to end.
Yes.
It will go another day beyond that.
Yes.
And I want to make a promise, because if you read what we give you today in Essequibo, and what we give you as we walk around here, they will go to jail.
Right.
Straight to jail.
I look at the camera and tell you all that. You can go to jail.
Straight to jail.
It'll be a wonderful day to see. The likes of Barton and Irfan, with rubber slipper, short pants, and a singlet.
And a chain.
A vest.
And chains.
With a pickaxe on the shoulder going to work. Because you're going to work hard to give us back the money at your teeth.
Yeah.
We play with y'all. If you can't explain to us in Guyana where you got the money from,
Jail them.
we're going to tell you where you get it from.
Jail them.
All right.
In our country, we have to understand the value in people and the power of people. Forward Guyana Movement is a people-powered force.
All right.
We the people must move our country forward, not politicians. We the people have the power to move Guyana in the right direction. But if you choose wicked people, and you choose demons and devils, where do you think we'll end up? We are in Essequibo, the largest county in this nation. Occupies almost 2/3 of our land mass. And we have got a situation whereby there's a border issue. And I know that sometimes when you're in Essequibo, you're seeing Maduro saying what he's saying and Venezuela saying what they're saying. You sometimes wonder, what if they decide to invade our borders? That's the reality for you. Those who live in Georgia, that reality right now. We face it right here. We face it here. Tonight we're here and they could decide in Venezuela that it's time to take Essequibo. And all of us are here in this problem. And Robson Ben say, if they come, shoot and hide. Shoot and scoot. Shoot and duck. How you could tell soldiers in this country, policemen, that if they come to invade Essequibo, shoot and run, because we got anywhere to fight them.
He's an idiot.
And then they show us 2 planes look like mosquito, like dengue fever mosquito, and that will protect Guyana. They're not serious about our country. They're playing games with our country, because Barrett said long ago that in his mind we could give Venezuela a little channel to our country. That's treason if you don't know if you
Yes,
that.
it
You don't
is.
give away your country like that. No,
Yes.
they consider give anybody Guyana. Your father left this country to you in some will. This is our country. You can't tell anybody that you will give them a channel. To go where? Get a channel to your house. And when Forward Guyana Movement gets into office, I tell you, pray to every God you know. Because I can get him a channel to find you in Proud of him. At the time I do it, there's a channel to your house. Go here, go through, go around, go around Georgetown, point the gun right there at your house. Because you're reckless and here it ain't good. We must defend our country. But how can we defend our country? We must have international partners. I must understand as Guyanese that we must be the first line of defense. Our soldiers must understand that we got your back. That we value you all. Again, I say to you that if Venezuela could own aircrafts, why we can't own the same thing? Right. Why can't we develop our military men to understand that we could fight for this country? Right. We have courage. Because I know that bullies don't like people with courage.
All right.
They don't like when you're strong and you have courage. And that's why the people can't stand Amanda, they can't stand me, and they can't stand Forward Guyana Movement, because we got courage.
Yes.
We ain't afraid to talk.
Yes.
We are no sissy.
And I tell you all the time, jail and make a cat and dog. So if you send the police, arrest me and I'll talk loud in the prison too. Essequibo is ours. And the plan that we have in Forward Guyana Movement is to not pull you away from your hometown because you're scared, but to bring more people into Essequibo, to bring more wealth into Essequibo, to enlarge your population, to add value to your economy. So how will we do some of these things? Let's talk about the rice industry, for example. Why in the world must rice farmers in Essequibo have trucks after trucks after trucks of paddy lined up, and you're hoping for some rice mill to give you a price for your paddy? And they treat it like a little toy. I ain't want to buy that today. I can only get $2,000 for the bag. Come back tomorrow. 5 days your paddy park up on the land, and you gotta beg them to take it. And when they see you back against the wall, they give you next to nothing and say, well, take that. And when you can't even break even, you got to go back again and borrow fertilizer. That should not be the life of our farmers. Right. Because you feed the nation. You must be valued because you feed the nation. Yes. You invest in feeding us. Yes. I think Ali belly gets so big. Free food in our state house. You feed him. Yes. And look at how he lives. And then the millers have you like toys. Well, let me tell you what we will do. In Forward Guyana Movement, we commit to you by a contract that we will have state-owned, meaning we own it, rice mills across the nation where rice is planted. Why? Because we will control the price. We tell the millers you can't do business, but you'll be guaranteed a price for your paddy. Guaranteed the price. And let me tell you some more good news. If rain falls and the rice field floods and you lose your crop, we have what is called farmers insurance. All right. And we said it, and if I jump and copy it, but he can't lie with sense, because it didn't come from his mind. We will offer every farmer insurance. All right. We'll have an agriculture development and industrial bank revitalizing Guyana. So you'll be owning the resources. Yes, you will. Essequibo farmers, we believe in you so much. Rice farmers, we believe in you so much that we believe that our University of Guyana, we'll have campuses in Essequibo as well. All right. Yeah, man.
Yes.
All right, all right. We will have campuses in Essequibo where our students can study and they can understand how to develop a strain of paddy that don't need all the fertilizer and all that. So we can reopen the market in Europe. So you can have a more value for your rice, more value for your crop. We must produce more millionaires in the rice industry than anywhere else because we have the ability to do it. Yes, yes. But if a rice mill is friends with the PDP and friends with some party, they want to hold you hostage. And if you want to get a tractor, you have to go to them and then tell you, take a tractor, and every time you plan, bring the party to me. The Agri Development Bank will not have that happen to you because you'll come to the bank and for very, very, very low interest rates, you will have your machinery. All right. That's what will happen. And if your rice crop fails, I tell you again, there's insurance to protect you and to protect your family so you will not be put out of business. We believe as well in agriculture and in Essequibo, whereby the mangoes that are wasted, we'll have factories established in this county where we're going to can the mangoes or dry them. There's an export market in Canada. Coconut, they need them in St. Vincent and other places. Why can't we have export industries right here? All right. Why can't Guyanese have more import-export license? Why we have to be a friend of Barra to get a license? Oh, my. We believe in empowering Essequibans so that you can have a better way of life. When you get up in the morning on the Forward Guyana movement, you can't wait to wake up out of your bed and start a day of production, a day whereby you understand that wealth is waiting outside of the door and opportunities are waiting. Let's talk some more about the plans we have for you in reference to what you've told us about. We believe with all of our hearts that the agricultural industry is so powerful and so important to Guyana that we can't play with our farmers. So our farmers must have the ability to own their resources and play a very important part in owning that industry or that sector. What does that mean? We believe that in co-ops and other things, you are going to be able to have businesses where as things are exported, you become the direct beneficiaries of that business. So it's not a case of by the state take away your money. You must enjoy the wealth that you produce from your sweat. We must not have crops wasted in this country. It must not go to waste because you could make it happen as farmers. In Forward Guyana movement, we believe further that if in construction in this area of construction, a young man may have a dream, a young woman may have a dream that they want to be an engineer, they want to build roads and be a contractor like me. But what happens? You don't have the machinery. And how this thing goes is that if you're not a friend again with somebody, you can't get a contract. You don't get no contract because you're not a friend. And if you don't put on a red t-shirt mark PPP or a hat mark PPP, you can't get a contract. That's how they want to treat you all. And then when they tell you to build this road, you have to get 10 trucks, excavator. You got to get a roller. And you don't have anything. And they say you're disqualified. Oh, but I have news for you, Essequibo. In Forward Guyana movement, we say to every young man and every young woman that we must provide you with the machinery to build the road.
All right.
It's called empowerment.
Yeah.
The state must have machines. And when you bid for the contract, or you come out of the University of Guyana, we say to you, come. 10 of y'all get together, form a company, this is how you do it.
All right.
And your company must get the contract in your community.
Right.
Nobody else come from outside here.
All right.
Say Queenstown, a Queenstown contractor must build your road.
Yes.
And we give you the machinery. It's called loan. And as you borrow the machinery, you do the work, we come and supervise you doing the work. And that is how you build companies and you build Guyanese. You build wealth in the people. And there'll be no kickback or no cutback. Nobody get no 50% over here. How many granny want 5%? So there'll be no granny looking out for you with dark shades telling with my son money there. Not over here. Not over here. We ain't got no gangster granny in for Guyana movement. The money is yours. You must enjoy it. We've suffered too long in this country. We must enjoy our wealth. And we must empower you to enjoy because it's a people-powered force.
Yes.
And together, Guyanese must enjoy living in Guyana.
Yes.
People must want to come back home to live. That's how good we must be living in this country. And it will happen with honest leadership. I call her my sister, Mansa Walton, because that's how we function. Guyana is a family. We must be a family of people. And we must start with the leaders being like a family. Not enemies, we're a family. We love one another, we care for one another. And we understand that politics has hurt us for so long. Greedy politicians have hurt us for so long. They have no care in the world. And they believe that they must go into office and use power against the people. Why must people be afraid in this nation? Why must we be afraid in Essequibo to go on the road and protest? Why must we be afraid to come and take a mic and talk tonight? Sometimes you're walking around and people say, I don't want to see seen on the camera. This is your country. Why must we be afraid to be seen supporting another political party? And I found out that it's no different now with the Green Team. Because they're being aggressive to anybody who doesn't support them.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Forward Guyana Movement is saying to you, choose who you want to vote for.
Yes.
It's your choice. It's your right. And if people offer you what you understand, would be good policies, healthy principles, and decent leadership, you'll vote for them. It's that simple to me. Yep. And if the PPP is so wicked, we ain't got trouble splitting any vote. Just don't vote for them. Because they're evil.
Amen. Amen.
So you got 5 options. And the PPP is not one of them.
There you go.
But Forward Guyana Movement, we're known as what we call pioneers. We go ahead and we lead the way. That's what we do. So we have what is called a contract. The proper contract. Not a manifesto. A contract. Because there's a difference. And we understand that education is important. Knowledge is power. And that's why whenever we stand, we try to give you information to teach, not noise. Information, you must have it in your head. So come 1st September, you must know how you're voting because you have it in your head. A manifesto is something that politicians will develop, and it has no legal power. Meaning you can't come to court if they don't do it. And it takes every 5 years, every electoral cycle to discipline them if they do wrong. So if they didn't keep the promise on 2020, you gotta wait till 2025 to vote them out. But a contract is different. A contract is a binding agreement you have. So from day one it starts. And if you don't like it, you have a right to say to us, you are failing us. So we have pioneered that. And I'm happy to announce to Essequibo, I'm happy to announce to Guyana, that we saw today that the APNU would have been inspired by our contract.
Yes.
And so they said, we got to do the same thing.
They're thieving too.
But you see what happened? They don't understand now. Now, Aubrey, you fail me a little bit there because there's a difference between a contract and what they call a compact.
Yes.
So they don't want to use the word contract, so they say we sign a compact with the people. Well, compact, there are arrangements made between nations or states or governments. So like Guyana and Suriname can have a compact. Guyana and Barbados can have a compact because they're 2 different states. You can't have a compact in your own state because you only got one government.
Teach them.
Oh man, you got too much lawyers in this thing.
Oh.
But we understand, you didn't want to use the same one, but you're inspired nonetheless. Because Forward Guyana Movement, we are pioneers.
Yes.
We got 67% females who are candidates.
Yes.
We have the first ever contract with the Guyanese population.
Yes.
We have a candidate who's different differently able in a wheelchair. Two of them actually. The only party with that. The only movement in Guyana's history to have a candidate who is differently able.
Yes.
Because every Guyanese has a voice in Forward Guyana movement.
Yes.
And we believe that your voice must be heard, whether you're rich or you're poor. So who some of our candidates, we said, listen, we don't want just lawyers and doctors and engineers. No, we want some housewives. We want some people who are janitors in the school. Give us some people who don't even have a job. Why? Because who feels it, knows it.
Yes.
And there's no better person to tell me how poverty feels than a poor person.
Yep. Yep.
And so when you go to the House Assembly, you must be able to stand as a member of parliament who was once poor. And so I'm speaking from a place of poverty and pain. I know what it is to go to bed without food, to watch my children starving. So when I come to this House Assembly, y'all better talk to me right, because my children suffer.
Yep.
That's what we want in Forward Guyana movement. Not highfalutin people. We want those who feel the pain of the ordinary man. And we walk together in the House Assembly and change this nation. Let me close tonight by telling you about the care of the PPP. Let's go to school for a minute. C-A-R-E. The care of the PPP. Care. C-A-R-E. C, because it said the K, right? C, simple, is for corruption.
Aye.
That's the C. They care. Corruption. Corruption in every area of our... I have never seen so many schools burned down in my life.
Yes.
That in the PPP. In Essequibo, Maria, 20 of our children were burnt alive.
Yes.
20 little children, 19 girls and a boy. And the PPP said to those mothers, your son and your daughter's life is worth $5 million.
There you go.
That's all. $25,000 is how much. Where my son? Come, baby, come. Come.
Come with the baby there. Come,
baby,
bring him.
Bring me another baby, because I like to show people the reality of life. Bring me a little baby. Come, baby, come. Bring another baby for me.
Come.
Because I want mothers tonight to know when you're going to vote. And I don't frighten. You all who want to vote for the PPP, I want you all to see the reality of life with these people. Can you imagine? Anil Nanal tell you that this baby here has a value on her life. She's worth $5 million Guyana dollars. This child, her life has a value to them, and the value is $25,000. They don't know if she could have been a doctor. The person who has a cure for AIDS or some disease. The person who cures some other sickness, a scientist, an astronaut, a president. They don't care. Because not their child. So they tell you this child is worth you. If you get burned up in the fire, $5 million. Go home, hush. Don't talk. Because you're poor, you ain't got sense. And this, you worth $5 million. That's what they did in our faces. And you want to know the worst part? To this day, not one person's in jail for those 20 children who were burnt alive. Not one of them. Not one of them. Not one of them. And people say, vote for them, they good. Good for who? Good for nothing. Thank you all so much.
Forward Guyana.
In this Forward Guyana movement, our children are our future. We will invest in them more than any. So you're no longer vex mothers. When we tell you investing in them, you're no longer mad. Because they are the future of this nation. So the schools must be the best in the world, not Guyana. We ain't got no top school and bottom school in Forward Guyana movement. Every school must be equipped with air conditioning systems. It's called temperature control. They mustn't go to school and hot and got a fan. They must understand that school for them is like another home. Because it happened before. I went to school when I was a little boy in Guyana with wall-to-wall carpet, AC, water fountains inside, all that. So it happened in my life. I was a private school. It happened in my life. Because my father, who was a manager of the company, understood that children are precious. Children are valuable. I must treat them and teach them from a young age that you deserve the best. And so they grow up understanding that people value me in my country. That's how they must be treated. If an Alisa go to school with his AC in the classroom, if he did not tell you now. But our children must go to school in an oven. Got their name bread. That's the kind of Guyana we in. We're one set more important than the other. So they care. C is for what?
Corruption.
Corruption. Corruption in the Ministry of Health. The friend of Barrett, Bobby Bridgman. How much it is? 74 billion Guyana dollars in drugs contract. You understand what money that is?
37 million US.
Some of y'all run mad if you see 74 billion dollars in front of you tonight. You run off.
US.
And these people are getting the kind of money through contracts and friendship. The British in our country, to tell you, they buy Barbies maybe 3 times already. But corruption is the name of the game for these people. The ACA, the A in care is arrogance.
Yes.
They're puffed up.
Yes.
They're proud. They got disrespectful to us as Guyanese.
Yes.
They can tell you what they want.
Yes.
They got to listen to you no more. They can talk what they feel like.
Yes.
And we have to fix that arrogance on the 1st of September. They're arrogant. They could disrespect you. They could go and tell police officers, man, come and promote y'all, man. Like it's cake sharing. I don't understand this position anymore. But we must tell Guyanese that the arrogance must end. They're going to respect us. They're going to have respect for us after September.
Yes.
Because we in charge of this country, not them. They're arrogant. They're arrogant. When Ali could tell Adriana's family in the news, the media, I did all I could do, man. I mean, no FBI here. Arrogance. Arrogance. When they could have a man who was accused of raping a 16-year-old child and then put him back on the list to come back in the House of Assembly possibly, that's arrogance. That's in your face politics. When right in Essequibo, a man would have shot a young lady in her belly, shoot you in your belly, and they put him on the list, that's arrogance. That's called in your face politics. We do what you want to do, you can't do nothing about it. Well, we show you all that we could do something about it. The R is what I just said, rape. They're raping our nation.
Yeah.
Our females are under threat under these people. When they could tell you that that child was in the pool for all the time and we know she wasn't there, they don't care. When they could say that after a girl is raped, because he's a minister, he can get charged after how many days, they don't care. And the E, as I leave it tonight with Hope Essequibo, the E is excuses and excessiveness.
Yeah.
That's all they could make. And what's excessiveness? When they live in large. And let's say we live in better than people all over any part of the world. We who?
We, he.
That's big language, you know we? You. Look at how they drive.
Yeah.
Look at how we live. They could boast about wearing a shades. What, $150,000?
Yes.
That's more than some people earn all month. They don't care. They don't care. They want my Rolls Royce. Look at the kind of house they live in. Why we can't live like that? What's wrong with us? But come the 1st of September, you're going to have on that ballot a wheel. And that wheel says you will all turn in the right direction.
Yes,
and we'll all turn together. We'll all move this country in the right direction. And we'll all do it together. Industries will be developed because we do it together. The power situation has to be fixed because you can't build a country in blackout. We will do this together, Guyana. And we are moving forward. How are we moving?
Forward.
How are we moving?
Forward.
How are we moving?
Forward.
May God bless you. May the strength
Bless you
keep
too.
you. And may power be yours. Because for the Guyana movement, real change, we say, can't wait. Real change cannot wait. Be strong, Guyana. Be strong, Guyana. Be strong in Forward Guyana movement.
Right.
Forward Guyana, soldiers police, stand firm. They can buy your soul with a paper promotion. You got one weapon left, brethren.
Yes, 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 Queenstown. You heard the message there of change. Heard the message of change. I want y'all to make some noise for our prime ministerial candidate. Yeah. A man of integrity. And you know, they say that you don't give a preacher the microphone. And they say you don't give a politician the microphone. I don't know which one he is. Neither. He said. But we're happy for you. We're glad that you're part of the Forward Guyana movement.
Yes.
And for our viewing audience on Facebook, this is where we're going to end our live. And we want to say thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to be continuing with our Whistle Stop meeting here in Queenstown. And we want to bring a few other things to you. As we say bye to those persons from Facebook right now.